What's up, everybody? We're back here today on Timber Trail Canyon, and I had to repurchase some equipment because I was cleaning out my mods folder. I had about, I don't know, 3 or 4 different versions of all FDR stuff for some reason all in there, and so I was doing some cleaning out, and as I was doing that, I guess I removed some of the ones I'd already had, but that's okay. We got them back, and we'll get them out there just real quick. But I wanted to take a look at this new Kenworth, I guess it's the T800 Heavy Haul edition. This is by SeriousMods, and I think K-Man and a couple others came out with this pretty recently. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. It looks like a pretty nice looking truck. Of course, all of SeriousMods stuff is super nice. Yeah, it's looking good. Got a little GPS in there. Yeah, it sounds pretty good too. Alright, so let's get the let's get this low boy hooked up. Let's start off with our fellow buncher. I hope I got the right fellow buncher, because FDR here recently changed up the way these things cut, and it's more of like a stump grinder than it is anything. I don't like that. I'm kind of worried, because I think this is one of the ones that I don't need. But if that's the case, we'll just sell it and get another one. I think I've got one more I can activate. Yeah, I don't think this is the right fellow buncher. We'll give it a shot though. I'll always switch it. See, I just didn't have my subscriber goal on there, so I just got it fired up, and it's like we've gained a couple more subscribers since I last looked, so I do appreciate all the new subscribers. If you haven't hit that subscribe button already and just finding this channel, we do a lot of farming simulator logging videos here on this one, and mainly what we do. Now, once Oregon comes out for American Truck Simulator, I'm planning on getting back to some Oregon trucking. You know, American Truck Simulator. Planning on doing that, so just beware. You know, I play some spin tires. I've got spin tires and spin tires Mud Runner, but you know, I don't think I'm going to be getting the American Wilds, or even, I think it's they've already announced like spin tires Mud Runner 2. I don't think I'm going to be getting those. I don't know. I wasn't terribly impressed going from spin tires to Mud Runner. I didn't see a whole lot of change other than like the in cab view, you know, but which isn't really that great anyway. I don't know. I probably won't do anything with American Wildlands or whatever it's called as DLC, and then the spin tires Mud Runner 2. I don't know. I mean, the only way I'm going to do it is it seems like last time they offered previous spin tire owners like a big discount. It seems like it was only like $13 or something to buy Mud Runner. That's the only reason I did it. If they don't do that this time, I probably won't get it for sure, but if they do, I don't know, I'll just have to think about that one. Oh yeah, this is this new one that's, I don't know, it's pretty silly. And I've got this button going so slow too. See, this acts more like a stump grinder than a tree cutter. See, look, see how the end is all tapered? Let me turn that off. Let's see if I can pick this up. Well, this one too, you see how the end kind of looks like it's been chewed off? I don't know why he went to that sort of a cutter. I'll show you. Watch. The whole tree just disappear. See, it just boom, disappears. You can cut little slivers. It's weird. I don't know why he went with that. Okay, let's see here. Go back to here. I don't know if I activated them. That's the problem. I've only got the one. Well, we'll live with it for this video, and then once we I'll activate some other ones I have and go back to an older style. I have to remember which one it was. Uh-oh. Didn't go out far enough to get turned around. Yeah, so we're still cutting down here near Ranger Hill, close to site number 3. We're about to move up to site number 1, where once we finish some more down here, we're going to move up to site number 1, where I made the little bridge across the creek. So that'll be next. But we still got a little ways to go back here on about site number 3. We'll get some more of that cleaned up and delivered. Yeah, I kind of like this Kenworth truck. It's pretty nice. SeriousMods, I tell you, he does some good stuff. Well, K-Man does too. They both do some good work. Real detailed. I mean, look at the dash, how detailed it is, and sounds. Get the Jake brakes. It's nice. All the mirrors work. It's just super nice. Yeah, we just passed our bridge back there. I will be heading up there next. Well, I hope everybody's been enjoying the plantation. That's the kind of a fun map. Well, I kind of got a little bored when I was doing the plantations style cutting, but I knew I would. But I'm in some mixed forest now. It's kind of fun. So I suggest if you're having some boredom with the plantation part of it, move up to one of the mixed forest areas and cut that for a bit, then come back and do some more on the plantation parts. It's kind of fun. I'm really debating too whether I want to do another map for Farming Simulator 17 with 19 coming just around the corner. I mean, we got well, actually today's for me is September 18th, so we got just 2 months before Farming Simulator 19 comes out. But you know, with all the changes, I don't know if I'll be able to get 19 figured out fast enough to get a login video put out. I mean, a login map put out pretty quick. I mean, hopefully. You know, one of the ways I've learned is just looking at the maps that Giants did and figuring out how they did it. And, you know, some other maps too of other people. But yeah, I don't know. I'll have to take a look at. I'm sure they'll be releasing a new Giants editor to deal with the new changes and stuff too. Maybe there won't be anything too drastically different. But I'll have to take a look at the stock maps and see how they've done it there. And you know, hopefully put out some login maps for 19 as well. But I'm really debating though whether I want to do one more. I've got one more map in mind that would be super easy and probably a lot of fun too. But I just don't know if I'll have time, because I thought I was going to get the plantation done in just a few days, but it actually ended up taking I guess close to a month. Alright, and real quickly, let's go get our wood chipper. And once we get that, we'll be ready to get busy over here again. It'll just take a couple minutes to get back up there and load it up. You know, I do want to take this opportunity too to also remind everybody about the Facebook page I have. I've got NLA Gaming over on Facebook. I post a lot of map updates and things when I'm working on maps, just kind of give you an idea of, you know, what's going on, what I'm working on at the moment, and a potential release date as soon as I know it. Alright, come on. And you know, I don't do vehicles, just maps at the moment. I don't think I'll probably ever do vehicles because I just don't have the time to learn Blender to do the bodies and stuff for the vehicles. I just probably will never get to that point. Just between work and stuff I do outside of you know, my personal time, and then things I got to do around the house, I just don't have time for learning Blender to do vehicle mods. Wish I did, but I don't. So just maps for the moment. But yeah, go check out the Facebook page, because you know, sometimes I'll put up other things too, like announcements about, so you know, American Truck Simulator DLCs coming out, and other things, and sometimes I'll put up, you know, polls and things asking questions. Man, that truck is loud. But the main thing is tell all your friends and family about this page, because NLA Gaming YouTube channel, this is a family-friendly channel. I've actually even had people that I know in real life that have said, you know, hey, keep it clean. So, you know, because I mean, I don't cuss to begin with. Well, okay, maybe not much. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, we need to keep it clean over here, because I mean, even some adults have even told me, hey, I don't like all that language, so let's keep it clean. And so I don't mind doing that, and I'm sure they appreciate it, because I mean, there's a lot of people out there that just, you know, don't care for the language. And I don't think it's necessary. I don't understand why, you know, every other word's got to be a cuss word on some of these channels. But hey, if that's your style, that's I guess go for it. But anyway. But yeah, having said that, though, you know, if that's what people want to hear, and you know that they're not wanting their children, you know, watching all the videos with the foul language and stuff, send them over here to NLA Gaming, because we play American Truck Simulator. Yeah, we play some spin tires occasionally, and some mostly the farming simulator, doing some logging, and we'll keep it clean over here. So. And of course, trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. We're up to 572, which, you know, if you'd have told me I'd had 572 at this point about a year or so ago, I would have thought you're crazy. But I wish I had more. I really do. I mean, I'm looking forward to getting 1,000 so I get my videos monetized again, because once I do that, we're going to start having some giveaways here on the YouTube channel. And they won't be monthly, but they'll be, you know, kind of random, maybe once a quarter or once every couple of months or something, just, you know, depending on what the funds are. I don't know how YouTube has changed their monetization policies. I would assume that they're better, because if you're if you know, were getting monetized for just anything, and now all of a sudden they've got it restricted, you would think that it would be a lot better payout. So I'm hoping that once I finally do get my videos monetized again, I'll be able to, like I said, start doing some giveaways occasionally. It'll be stuff like copies of the game, dual joysticks, who knows, you know, just depends on really how the money flows. But and then also over on the Patreon, I've got a Patreon page. The link is in the video description below. You can go subscribe there for, you know, $5 a month, $10 a month, whatever. And once I reach 10 patrons per month over there, I'm gonna start doing monthly giveaways on Patreon, and that's just a way to give back to the fans, you know, for all the supporters. And it'll be some nice stuff over there. I mean, it could even be things like a video game monitor or a gaming keyboard or a dual joystick and foot pedal set. You know, who knows? I don't know what we can get into over there, but kind of looking forward to that also. I mean, I didn't really start this channel with the expectations of, well, I mean, I thought maybe I'd make some money, but you know, so far I think I've only got up to like maybe $75, and that's right before YouTube changed their policy and gotta have 1,000 subscribers and so many watch hours. But didn't really quite know what to expect. You gotta have some followers and a bunch of views to get a bunch of money, though, I tell you. It's almost kind of discouraging because, you know, I feel like I should have more subscribers and all that. Boy, this is slow. Let's see if I can change that real quick. Be right back. Alright, that's a little better. Yeah, I had to adjust the speed of this stuff because I was using one of FDR's older machines on a different map, and he's adjusted them to where they close really slow, which is fine. I don't mind that. It seems more realistic, but I had to make an adjustment on his older machines to make them go slow again, because they're just like the claws just like instantly snap shut when you do that right there, and they just open fast, and I didn't care for that either. So I adjusted it in my joy to key settings, but now that I'm back on the newer machines, they close slow again, so I had to go readjust. Let's take a look at the map here and see where we're at. Okay. Now I know we can't go too far up in here because I don't, you know, it starts getting to really steep terrain. And it seemed like I did back over that way somewhere. I started cutting up this way, and it was just really steep and kind of rough. See, the terrain's kind of pretty jagged. It's tough on the fellow buncher. Yeah, so we're probably just going to cut a little ways. We'll maybe come up the hill just a little bit and then over, but probably just going to stick with the flatter ground on this side, and then we'll come back at some point maybe and cut the rest of it. So I'm trying to figure out a good stopping point. I guess we'll just go to this little cliff up here and stop. So you can't even hear it when it cuts. I don't like that. You see a little puff of smoke and some sawdust maybe, and then you'll know it's cut, but I don't like that. I like the little zip sound and know it's been cut. Well, so you got a little bit there, but I don't know if that was hitting the tree that was already on the ground or what. can't even see where the end of the trees are. Yeah, like I don't know if you watched my plantation map videos here recently, but I tested out like 3 or 4 other fellow bunchers I have, and the problem with those is I found one that I thought I was going to use. It was the TMG Tiger Cat 822 skidder, I mean fellow buncher, but it had errors. When I went to the error log and looked to make sure it didn't have any errors, it had several errors, and so I was like, I'm not going to use that because I don't want to introduce any more errors than I already have in my mods. I tell you, I don't know why everybody can't test those things and get them straightened out. And some of them don't make a difference, you know, like it's just I don't know, like it can't read a file or something. Like, I mean, it's there. It's just for some reason it's saying it can't read it, but it's there. Alright, I think I'm gonna go around the other side of those bushes and get those. And I think that's as far, I guess that'd be north. That's as far north as I want to go. Let's make that kind of our stopping point. Alright, now let's get some of these trees out of the way. Figure out what I want to do with this setup here. I forget how I had it. I probably had the loader about there, which would mean the processor would need to be somewhere right about here. And let's get some of these pieces cleaned up. we'll get one more batch of logs here pulled up there. Oops. Well, I have already pre-ordered Farming Simulator 19. In case you missed that, if I didn't say that, I think I told that in one of the previous videos here recently. But I did go ahead and pre-order Farming Simulator 19. I was looking at some videos of some early gameplay and just reading about some of the new features. I'm kind of excited about, you know, John Deere being in there now officially, and just, you know, that sort of stuff, and the ways that the crops will part whenever you drive a machine through there. I mean, it's just pretty cool. I mean, it's, you know, it's nothing huge, like a complete graphics overhaul or gameplay overhaul, but I mean, you know, I was gonna go to Farming Simulator 19 at some point anyway, so I was just like, well, I might as well just go ahead and pre-order it and be done with it, because I knew I was gonna be ordering it. And so I did that, and whenever it releases, I will start making some videos on there. I guess we'll have to do forward or harvester style forestry until someone can start coming out with some mods. That kind of sucks. I sure wish they'd put something in there besides just forwarders and harvesters. I mean, come on, you know, that's European style. I mean, there's probably in the Northeast and northern states here in the United States, they use forwarders and harvesters, but down here in the South, it's all fellow bunchers or wheeled fellow bunchers. Even chainsaws. You know, when I first started working in forestry, one of the very first times I pulled up to a job site with my boss there, we got out and we were gonna go talk to one of the guys that, you know, my forester knew, and he said, yeah, just be careful, Dad's back there with the chainsaw. They were felling trees with chainsaw. you know, small operation, you can't always have big fancy equipment. Yeah, I don't like these little small trees. They tend not to grab well with the loader. So I'm going to throw a couple of these back over here. We'll just chip those up. This one looks maybe a little bigger. Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's just a little bit bigger tree. Those little trees don't sit too well in the trailer either. But we'll kind of throw a few in here, and then hopefully we can get some bigger trees. You know, I don't know why FDR never does put really any big trees on his maps. They're always these little skinny things. Well, couldn't quite get those straightened out. We'll get it. Just kind of push them all together first, and then we'll get them straightened up. Uh-oh. That's a little better. Yeah, it's looking like we're not going to have enough time today to get all these trees processed and get us a full load, so I'll probably do a little bit of work off camera between the next video, and we'll get us the truck loaded up and maybe have another bunch of logs here all ready to go, and then we can kind of move this along just a little bit faster, because I would like to wrap things up down here around site number 3 where we're at here and move up to around site number 1 so we can make use of our new little bridge we built across the road there, and we'll log a good bit over there across that creek, and then what we'll do is probably move up to let's see, oh, I don't know, maybe around somewhere between site 7 or 8, or even further on around, who knows. I'll have to go take a look and see. In fact, I'll have to actually test my truck setup out to see if we can even make it through some of those passes with a full load of logs. I tell you, FDR really did us a doozy here on this one with these switchbacks on that mountain road. It's tough. May have to helicopter some logs out or something to a different site. Oops. Trying to get some of that stuff cleared out of there. Accidentally hit my cab with the head. Alright, and real quickly, let's get this cleaned up, and I'm probably going to go ahead and end the video here today. It was a little short, but to be honest, I'm pretty hungry. I normally record these episodes during my lunch hour. I work from home and have the opportunity to, well, of course, get a lunch break, but so lunch is usually not far away, but I did normally take my lunch hour to record these episodes. Matter of fact, we probably got, well, see, that's 150,000 one there. There's, I think that's, is that another one up there? Yeah, it's another 150. You know, I don't know why I thought those were a good idea. I guess I may sell those wood chip trailers and get something different, because these big ones I can't dump the FDR's chipper in there. They're too tall. I'm probably going to end up selling those. Matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and hop in here. I don't think we're going to get any more for it by getting them back to the shop, but I'm going to go ahead and just go ahead and get it up there so the truck will be there. So whenever we do buy a new chip trailer, we'll have the truck there already. And in fact, I'm going to grab this one too. And oh wait, that is okay. That's the one of the ones we need. Okay, so it's just this one. Just hop in here. Alright, so as I'm driving the truck back up to the shop, and we're going to sell this trailer and get us a different one, do want to remind you, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, because like I said, I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and once I do that and start getting my videos monetized again, I'm going to start doing some random giveaways here of copies of the game or whatever on the channel to the subscribers. And subscribers only, not just anybody that comments, but subscribers only. And then if you want to do just a one-time or even a monthly excuse me, monthly donation, you can check out the Patreon page, where I'll be doing monthly giveaways once we reach 10 patrons over there. Or you can, if you just want to do a one-time or even a monthly too, you can just do a paypal.me. I've got that. If you just go to our YouTube channel, there's a donate button. It looks like a little PayPal icon up there in the top right of the banner, or actually the bottom right of the banner. There's a little donate button. You can donate to the channel of a one-time donation or monthly recurring donation. So go check those out and consider supporting, because like I said, this is a family-friendly channel here, and you know, I do spend quite a bit of time editing videos, playing, all that, and there's other factors and things that go into it, like you know, I had a hard drive fail and I've had to replace the joystick, so that's all cost involved, which thanks to the support of the Patreon members, I was able to recently get a new joystick. Alright, so I'm just going to kind of park the truck right over here. I'm not sure where those things are going to spawn at. Alright, so like I said, a bit of a shorter video today, but we're coming up on 10 till an hour. But we'll get back to a bit longer video next time. And like I said, we're looking at the map here. We're going to finish up site number 3, not completely site number 3, but that area around where it says Ranger Hill, to the bottom of that, just where all the green dots are, that's all of our equipment. We'll kind of cut a bit more of that, and but then we're going to be moving up to site number 1, because like I said, I built the little bridge across the creek to get to site number 1. I think site number 1, if I'm not mistaken, is a bit better terrain. Let's just, we got a couple minutes here. Let's hop in the truck and go look. All right, come on up. There we go. That's the right button combination. I turn the auto start off so that way it's a bit more realistic, and when you hop out of the vehicles, the truck stays running. Yeah, let's go take a look over here. I haven't really investigated site number 1 too much, but I do know it looks like a bit better ground than where we're at. I still need to come pick up all these wood chips. Yeah, see, this looks like much better ground because it's not quite as steep. Well, it's still kind of got some jagged to it, but still a lot better. I mean, once you start getting way on up here, and you're really starting to get into some. Oh yeah, that's way up there. But yeah, we'll be able to cut quite a bit in here, and that'll be good. So looking forward to that. And while I'm thinking about it too, I am still trying to completely cut out Pacific Inlet. That's another FDR map. I started on that just as soon as he released it, and I've cut quite a bit of it. In fact, I would probably say we're approaching that we've cut maybe half the map or more. I worked on it some the other night, just trying to get a bit more done on it, get some more. Another hour of gameplay recorded. In fact, I recorded about over an hour. So be looking for high-speed login number 7 on Pacific Inlet coming pretty soon. I'd say within the next couple weeks or so, maybe, if I can get some more gameplay in. We'll make another high-speed login video over there. I am trying to cut down the whole map. I was trying to get it done before Farming Simulator 19 came out, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. It looks like it may be on into next year sometime, possibly, before we finish it. But I am dedicated to trying to complete the whole thing, cut the whole thing down, except for, you know, some specific areas. And I've been counting the loads over there too, so I think we're up to, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe I better not even say 300 something loads, maybe 400 something. I'm not sure. I'm not counting the wood chip loads, but just the loads of logs that we deliver and sell. I'm counting those. But anyway, yeah, just go check out those videos. I've got a playlist too if you want to watch all those. I think there's well, there's quite a bit of Pacific Inlet, but just the high speed ones, I think there's only been 6 so far. And so anyway, I'm kind of rambling on here. I'm even getting more hungry. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. And like I said, hit that subscribe button. Go check out the PayPal.me button there on the banner. And check out the Patreon page if you want to get into some action over there. Now, with the Patreon also, I may be doing some other things like some map making guides, some other tips and things I might can put out, so be looking for that too if you want to get involved with that. And check out the Facebook page too, because I'll be putting a lot of updates and comments and posts and things over there about the gameplay that we do and some other things, Patreon giveaways and YouTube giveaways, things like that. So go subscribe to me over on Facebook, and until Friday, y'all have a good one, and we'll see you then.